Hey everybody, welcome to Para-Ops, Paranormal, Open-Minded Parents, Paranormal Skeptics. I'm sorry, it's still a tongue twister. I'm gonna get it one day. All right, guys, today I'm gonna start you off with introductions. We have a couple of people here, which is great. More conversation. I'm Sky, your host, and here with me is my co-host.
Hi, my name is Seth. I'm one of the public relations managers here at P.A.R.A.Normal. We also have.
I'm Larissa. I am the CEO of Third Eye Events and founder of P.A.R.A.Normal. And big shocker, I was there for this clip.
I'm Alan Rex, CEO of Third Eye and founder of P.A.R.A., and I was there for that clip too.
I'm Marlena. I'm the senior case manager and one of the psychics on the team. I was not there, but I know about it.
I'm Dennis. I'm from Rhode Island. I'm with Alias Paranormal, and I wasn't there either.
All right, guys, there you have it. We have 2 out of 6 people that were there. And we're going to get our point of view for a little clip that we have from our favorite place, Hell House, which we will be at January 13th. So go get your tickets so you can hang out with Daryl Marston, okay? But we're going to talk about a little flashlight clip that we have. And in the clip, we have 3 investigators who aren't even from our team. They were just publicly hanging out. Marlena, do you want to go ahead and give us some background to this?
Yeah. So basically we do, we go to the dining room, we set up a couple of different instruments in there. This team that was there, they're individual investigators. Like we said, they're not a part of a team. They had a flashlight sitting on the table near them. They were a couple feet away, and all of a sudden you see the flashlight just turn on. Out of nowhere, it just turned on, and they all turned around, kind of in shock, like they didn't know what was going on. But that's basically known in that room to happen.
It is.
It is.
Larissa, Alan, you guys were there. Do you have anything that you want to add to that?
Yeah, so that
Alan?
feed was actually picked up on one of our trail cameras we had set up. So we weren't in the room. It's something we observed after that evening of public investigation. Lights have been known to come on in there. The other night we were talking about the bell jar, and the bell jar was in the same dining room area. We also utilize cat balls in that area, and they like to play with those. We've used our own flashlights, 2 different type of flashlights in that area, and we've had positive results also.
And if I can also add caveat to that, Alan, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, one of those investigators that was in there on the public tour, we were doing a tour and we were allowing people to go off on their own. And she is somebody that we knew from Mountain View Karate, correct?
It wasn't. It was her cousin that was there, but she did go investigate with us when we went out to Puxatawny.
Right. So we did go out to Puxatawny. She came out as a guest before we were ever an event company. We just were like, hey, man, you want to come and investigate with us? So she is a lone wolf out there investigating. She had her daughter with her, who was also a believer, and her husband, who is a skeptic. This is the first in a series of 3 videos that were caught on the trail cam of them alone in the building. So we really weren't there in the room, but they were in the building at the time. And the flashlight is theirs. It is not ours.
Okay. We're going to say hello to everybody
Kenny.
before we show this clip. Hey, Ken.
Hi,
Hello,
Frank.
It's always nice to have Frank join us.
Absolutely.
Right. Bear with me. I'm pushing buttons tonight.
Always.
You want me to do it, man? I'll do it.
No, I got it. I want to.
Right.
There's another comment. Hello, Facebook user.
We don't know who you are. We don't know who you are. It's Ducky. It's Ducky. It's misspelled. It's Ducky. Hi, Gwen.
Gwen says, love when you guys go to investigate the Waldorf. We love it too. It's a great place. Everybody should go.
Yes.
All right, here we go with the clip.
But it's not like a woman.
I have trouble making it out.
What was that?
That's your flashlight.
My flashlight came on. Are you confirming?
You see the bell jar in the back right there, right? On the table. So
I didn't even take notice to the bell jar.
I saw something else in there, but I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
it.
There's a couple things happening, and I
Yeah.
want to see if Dennis picks it up.
Well, there. I don't know what your guys' belief in orbs are. But you know, there was something going across right near the trail cam going across there as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. I did see that. And I know we've had a few people on here who say that they're a little skeptical with the orbs because it could be anything, dust, bugs, but we can check it out again to see. Did anybody catch the sound at the end? No.
I did not hear that.
Play it again, Sam.
Facebook user looks real to me. Facebook user, who are you?
Please, we want to know.
All right, I'm gonna play the clip again. So we're gonna watch the orb. Does the bell jar do anything?
No, it
Not in
doesn't. I
this
just
clip.
noticed we
No.
had it set up over there.
Okay, so we're gonna check out the orb, watch the flashlight again, and see if you guys heard what I heard at the end.
But it sounded like a woman.
I have trouble making it out.
What was that?
That's your flashlight.
My flashlight came on. Are you confirming?
Yeah, I heard that.
It sounds like a man yelling something.
Yeah.
It's actually not. All right, I'm about to debunk it
Here we
Okay,
go.
because that's what we're about, right? Candor.
that's part of the show.
All right, she had a Phasma box running, and we don't know what your take
Oh.
on Phasma is, Dennis, but we'll get into that. I'll tell you about orbs, or we'll all talk about how we feel about orbs, and then we'll tell you about our experiences on Phasma. There's another clip that we'll show in a future episode tomorrow or the day after, where you hear them interacting with her on Facebook, and she clearly says, "What do you want me to do?" And then that flashlight comes on. This is the later clip where she says, "Is that confirmation?" So we kind of put the clips in reverse order. It had to do with what else was going on in the frames and the different guests we were having, but that is the premise. That's the beginning of the trail cam footage. Is she says that on Phasma. For us, I will tell you, for ITC, which I just learned what that was last night, by the way. I've been using Phasma forever, but I just learned what ITC meant. We did not believe in Phasma in the beginning of all of this, but then some stuff happened that made it very hard to discount it. And so it became, I came to the realization that if a spirit wants to communicate, they're going to communicate however they can. So if that means tapping into a digital radio that I have no idea how it works, then that may be the case. So that's what you're hearing is Sky and Marlena and the rest of you. That's what you're hearing at the end of that is she says something on Phasma. What she says, I don't know. Let's see if we can figure that out, right?
Yeah. Facebook user says this is Brian. I don't know why it says Facebook user.
Hi, Brian. I know
Hello,
Brian.
Brian. We stream to a few different Facebook accounts, so that's why it comes up as Facebook user. It's pulling.
Yeah.
I don't even know where.
Our youngest kids go to school together. I know Brian. So, but what do you think of I'm curious to be candid. Everybody has different experiences on all of these in all of these areas, including orbs. I personally am skeptical of orbs after 3 years of thinking everything was an orb. So I'm a little, you know what I mean? Like I kind of lean now more to the conservative side of it. But that doesn't mean I don't believe that they exist. So what is your thought?
With the fact that the light came on right as it went past, that does lead to some, was that some type of energy that helped turn that light on? We never really know, orbs, dust bunnies, specks of dust, you don't know. But the fact that, you saw that go across and then that the camera came on, is that some sort of energy? I didn't see anything else, I didn't see a mist. I didn't see anyone over near the camera. But I am skeptical of orbs, but again, you need at least one, or you need at least two or more things to happen for me myself to be convinced it's paranormal.
And that perfectly, right, Sky? Is that not a segue right into Alan?
That
Mr. 2 to 3 pieces of evidence.
Yep, I need something that corroborates what we're looking at. If a psychic's there or SLS mapping something else needs to prove it besides just one piece of evidence.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
It is. So Ken has said that orbs are natural balls of energy, never concrete evidence, and also proven by science, but they're wonderful to capture. So that's...
I'd be curious what to hear, or to hear what Ken or any of the viewers, or Dennis or Seth or anybody, or Marlena even, what do you think of Phasma? Like, we never really had that discussion, I don't think.
Of the Phasma boxes?
Yeah.
I'm not, I won't lie, I'm not actually entirely sure what a Phasma box does,
Me neither.
being as green as I am to it.
Me neither, Seth.
Fair enough.
Dennis, what you've been in the field a long time, right? How long?
Over 20 years.
What is a Phasma box?
Here's my problem with any electronic boxes.
Ken says the game.
Yeah, it's a box. Yeah, it's a game. That's a scary game, by the way.
I love that game.
It's interesting. The problem that you have with any electronic devices that can repeat words back is that what else are they hearing? Especially now with the everything is AI for everything. I use my portal. I haven't used the Phasma box. I know some people that do. You think about how the ovulus works.
Right.
You watch these things and they're saying, you pick up on that word and it's taking this word bank and saying, this is what it is. Anything that you use on your phone, I'm very concerned about, because the ones that I've seen people are using on their phone.
It's not. Yeah, we're not using phone apps.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but people do, and they take that to be credible. Well, let's face it. If I talk about, I have a chat tonight on Facebook, it's going to come up. Everything on my phone is going to say, "Oh, chat," come up on my Alexa.
So Marlena, you only seen the one what?
That people have used from their phone.
So Marlena and Sky and I are all taking a class from a very reputable person, and I won't say who. And she has said that entities use our data banks as psychics to give us images and messages. And I've been a psychic my whole life. I never really thought of it like that. I never realized why I would see images of ice cream or, you know what I mean? Something that meant something else. But this person said this and it made sense. So back to Phasma box, it makes me think that if they're capable of accessing our data banks in our heads to give us images to communicate, they're capable of accessing electronic apps, and they manipulate everything electric in order to give us communication. And that is kind of what has changed how I look at Phasma. Now, on your phone, yeah, I get it. I've seen people with the SLS thing on their phone, and I'm not a believer. I'm not. Even our SLS that we hold, sometimes we're like, is that real? Like, I get that. But it is still an electronic database. Ovilus, which I'm not a huge fan of at all, is still an electronic database. And if it is an intelligent enough entity and it knows how to manipulate these items or apparatuses that are available to it, I actually think that it really just depends on the experience. But that's me. Like that's from me. And I've only been doing this, Dennis, for 3 years. You've been doing it for 20. So maybe in another 10, I'll have a different opinion.
Yeah.
But as of right now, that's kind of how I've been looking at it.
Just by level from us investigating, my personal opinion, cell phone apps are crap. Get rid of them. They're not for me. This is just my opinion. So if I offend anybody, I'm sorry. Portals, haven't met one yet that I liked, so I'm still a little bit iffy there. Phasma, just from my experience, when we put on the noise canceling headphones and the person on the Phasma cannot hear the questions getting asked, and we get intellectual responses besides yes, no, and the obvious stuff, really makes you think. I'm more inclined to go to a Phasma experiment than a portal experiment, just because I think it's easier to hear. The computer digitally cleans it up, or the tablet, whatever you have it on, and just seeing it, and it's different responses in different venues. So there's no way that some of this stuff could have been programmed in and come up in that situation when we know history of that place or readings from throughout the night. So it makes me a little skeptical, especially the cell phone apps. I think they're junk.
She'll be back. She probably just has bad internet. But Marlena, Seth, you have not experienced Phasma. We can't wait to stick you in the cage and put some headphones on you. I have a question for Marlena, though. I personally, I'll caveat that by saying, or I'll premise it by saying that I personally believe this. I think that the more psychic you are, the easier it is for you to understand Phasma. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that a lot, because the simple fact is we'll put people on there who we know aren't psychic, and they can't, they get frustrated after the first minute or two, and they're like, here, and they hand headphones to me or Larissa, and me or Larissa are like, okay, or Sky, and we just,
Sky.
and we just grab the headphones and we're like blasting out answers as we're getting them. I don't know if it's like a connection we have with them, or if they just are like trying to talk to them. They're just not understanding what's coming through the Phasma. It's just odd sometimes. It's weird for me.
It could be overwhelming too, right? Because there's a lot of voices.
Yeah.
Dennis, have you done Phasma? I'm just curious.
I have used it. I see someone asked about the Estes method.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Kenny Torres. He says he knows you a long time.
Hi, Ken.
He said you're a reputable guy.
I had a stroke 3 years ago, so I don't remember everything.
Oh, gotcha. He's from the Warren legacy.
It's I've watched it. I have not used it.
Okay.
The other thing too is when I started doing this, you had a recorder, which was a tape recorder. You had your camera that you took pictures with, at home. If you were lucky, you were able to get a video camera. So a lot has changed over the years. And let's face it, this is one of the most expensive hobbies we can have. And that's why I try and I think all of us try and make our own stuff, but I have not made a Phasma box.
I don't know.
It's a program that you put on a tablet or a laptop.
How would you even make it? Yeah. In all actuality, we got lucky with the SLS, right? Because people who were playing video games suddenly started seeing things mapped next to them, right? So as time has gone by, things have come up. I couldn't begin to tell you how the Phasma app works. I tried to explain it several times to different people that it was like a digital radio, and they're like, yeah, how does that work? I'm like, I don't know. And I was a signal officer for 20 years. I still don't know what that means. Like, what's a digital radio? Right?
Like I said, I've seen people use it on their phone. I haven't. But my nephew's like a computer genius. Maybe I'll ask him how to make one.
I could send you the link for it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's an app. It's an app. And you know what? When we do you're doing USS Salem with us, right? In July?
Correct.
I think we're going to be mixing the teams up. So it'll be a sprinkle from each team. And whoever you have from our team with you will bring up, they'll bust out the Phasma. It's a tablet with an app on it and see what you think. Like, genuinely want to know.
And I'll bring Alan a portal he'll like.
We have a portal. No, don't
I
we
don't
have
like
no more
it.
portals?
I want to see one I like, Dennis. I haven't yet.
I'll bring it to you.
Awesome.
I doubt he's gonna like it, Dennis. He is not a portal kind of guy.
More beer.
On AM, and sometimes it's hard to dismiss. See, we don't ever try it on AM. Maybe that's the problem.
We always tweet FM and AM, right?
Yeah.
We use the SB7 on our
So
portal.
is AM a better option?
I was told that it had to do with the area you were in, the distance. Like if you were in a crowded building, like you should use shorter frequencies or shorter waves. If you were in the woods, you could go out like 200. I don't know. I was told different things by different people. And for all my technical training, I clearly didn't pay attention because I have no idea what any of that means or how to use the damn portal. So
Dennis, what do you use yours on? What waves? FM, AM, or a mix?
I do a mix. It depends on where I'm at.
Okay.
Rhode Island's pretty small. If you go on FM, you're picking up, anything from New Hampshire down to New York.
oh wow.
On FM, I will go to AM, or sometimes what I've done in the past, I've actually taken my computer, and I'm old enough to remember when the TV went off at midnight. And
You got
when all
the
you got
fuzzy
was
screen?
the snow. Pardon
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, you got the snow screen.
Right, and I will put that on and then listen with a recorder, and I've gotten good results with that too.
On the snow screen?
Yeah, it's creating white noise.
Correct.
When I was a kid, one of my most terrifying psychic experiences was I woke up in the middle of the night, and I grew up in Brooklyn, and I don't consider myself that old, but I woke up in the middle of the night and there was snow on my TV screen. It had come on by itself. And I heard a voice clear as day say, "I'm going to get you through the snow." I was terrified. I don't mess with that with the snow on the TV screen. Like I don't.
So thoughts on the clip though?
Yeah.
The
Sorry,
flashlight.
I
So
got
Dennis-
traumatized for a second. Sorry, I went back in time. I got really traumatized.
Sorry about that.
No, it's good. A great discussion. I mean, I love hearing about those ITC softwares and different options.
I'm going to show the clip again just to go back into it for our viewers.
So again, I had to reel
That
you
was
in.
actually good conversation, but here's the clip again for you guys. So check out the orb that is flying by and the flashlight for those of you just joining.
But it sounded like a woman.
I have trouble making it out.
What was that?
That's your flashlight.
My flashlight came on. Are you confirming?
See, that one that goes, the orb, we were talking orbs, that one that goes high left and goes a little slower down, it looks like there's a trail to it. The others I don't think are orbs, in my opinion. I think some of them might be bugs, but that one just looked totally different.
Correct. That's what I was talking about. And that's what I said, and then you had the flashlight come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all happened at the same time. And that was the most noticeable orb, actually.
I'm talking like slightly right.
It starts in the upper left.
Left.
And then drags diagonally down.
See, because I don't see an orb as the flashlight turns on. I see a flash toward the back of the room. That doesn't seem like it's from the flashlight, but I don't see the orb.
That's interesting.
Larissa, you said you saw a bunch of things, or you said there were a couple of things going on. Have we hit all the things that you had noticed in the clip?
Yes, that I noticed. I don't see what Seth was saying though, and he never picks anything up, so that's huge.
I'm gonna play it again now. Let's show that one because Seth is very skeptical.
But it But it sounded like a woman.
I have trouble making it out.
What was that?
That's your flashlight.
My flashlight came on. Are you confirming?
I saw it.
I saw it.
You're welcome.
The orb in the
Dennis!
background that shoots down.
No, it's
That
not an
one?
orb. It's a boom, and it's before the
Yeah.
flashlight.
Before
No,
the
you're
flashlight,
right,
it's
on the
not the
back wall.
flashlight.
No.
What's that, Dennis?
Are you talking about on the back wall, Seth?
Yeah.
Left or right side?
It's kind of like the George Taylor house all over again. With the flash.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm playing it again. I don't.
It again.
But it sounded like a woman.
I have trouble making it out.
What was that?
That's your flashlight.
My flashlight came on. Are you confirming?
Oh,
Look to
wow.
the right. Look at the back of the room, to the right of the fireplace, right after she says, what was that? Is that right, Seth? Is it before or after she
Yeah,
says
it's
what was
so
that?
it's we just noticed there's two of them. There's one right
Yeah.
before it turns on and one right after, in between the fireplace and the chair on the back wall.
Mhm.
And thank you,
Okay.
Frank. I appreciate that.
We're playing again. Let's do it again.
But it sounded like a woman.
I have trouble making it out.
What was that?
That's your flashlight.
My flashlight came on. Are you confirming?
That's amazing.
I wish I could watch it all happen at the exact same time, but you have to look in so many places.
Wow.
What do we think about that?
What is it?
I was like, is that the little boy? That's what I thought. Because, like, Dodge, Dodge. I was like, is that the little one? I'm like, it looks little. Like,
Dennis, thoughts?
That was interesting. Yeah, well, someone said before that, energy is, the paranormal.
I don't even know if that's explainable, truthfully.
I'm actually shocked because I've watched this video over and over and over again. I've used it in promo videos for all of our events. I have never seen that. So, Seth, that is why we need a skeptic right there. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think?
yeah.
It could be compression, but it seems unlikely.
What's compression?
So compression is something that happens when you're recording. The quality of it can kind of jump in on itself. That's why you'll see, like, in some videos, how it almost freezes in one spot of the camera and then continues on in the rest. It could be that, but for it to happen that consistently, that close together, doesn't seem likely.
But usually that happens in a bigger area of a filming.
Yeah.
That was like very honed in on one spot.
Mhm.
I'm a little skeptical of it. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm not convinced. But
Brian, who's commenting, so you guys to know, he's also a medium. He's local. I won't say his last name.
Okay.
But I know him, and
he
he's
says
medium.
it's high speed,
Yeah.
moving very fast.
Mhm.
So maybe little boy running.
Yeah, I'm inclined. I
think I'm gonna play it one more time.
But it sounded like a woman.
I have trouble making it out.
What was that?
That's your flashlight.
My flashlight came on. Are you confirming?
All right, I got it. Dennis, see if you caught it. When it goes by, when the orb first goes by, it's almost like it's the light from the orb hitting against that back wall as it continues to go on.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's what it looks like as it came down. It looks reflective.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And our Facebook user wants to know what the thoughts are when you catch them with photos on a trail behind it, which Alan, you had said that there was a trail with that one orb.
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts on
don't
why it
think-
would look like a trail?
I think a trail is bug. I
Bug.
honestly do. Yeah. It depends on the brightness, the cylindrical shape. My experience, I think that bugs kind of flutter, and so that wing movement, I think, would create that trail.
Causes the trail in the back? Really?
I think so. I think it's just the
Okay.
movement with the camera and the. I mean, I used to say everything was a freaking orb, so this is like evolving thought here to say that maybe it's wing movement. Everything can't be paranormal, but everything can't not be either. You have to kind of pick and choose, I think.
Yeah, because if you look back at that one we got from Toboggan Inn on the second floor there, that was a trail. And
But
that wasn't a bug. We didn't say it was a bug at the time. We didn't consider it a bug.
environment, temperature, season, like think about it. Think about the times that we are at these places. This is September 30th ish in Pennsylvania. It's not cold. There's still bugs. Up in Toboggan, we were there in the winter. Like, what were the odds? In New York, up in Eagle Bay, in the in the mountains. Like,
Yeah, orbs are tough. I struggle with them too.
yeah.
Dennis, with the flashlight, you said you like to use flashlights too. What type of flashlight do you usually go with?
I've actually found that anything that has a rechargeable battery, I get less frequent hits. If I'm using a C or below battery, I get more of the flashlight coming on. And I'm not sure, I've never measured it now that I'm saying that, how much, EMF is coming off of those. Maybe the old D cell type batteries actually work better. But I'll just get them from Walmart or
The twisty ones.
Tell him what we use now, Alan. The what we learned in Gettysburg.
Yeah, there's a new one that we started trying where it's a mag light and it has 6 different functions on it, and one of them is a night light. So what you do is you set the light up. It's this weird sequence. You set it down, and the thing dulls. So if the light is tapped or moved, then it comes on.
Huh.
So it's like a motion sensor light.
Yeah.
It's not expensive, and let me tell you, it's effective because it's a burst of light when something taps it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of mix it up. You know what I mean? We put one that's a twisty out, and then we put one that they can just tap.
But it takes less energy to do the tap, so we figure if
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are the mag light. Yeah.
All right.
Where did you get it? From one of our Facebook users.
It's a mag light. Alan, do you remember what it was called or where we ordered it from?
No, before I knew it, you ordered 2 and had them sent it in the mail.
I have a problem.
No patience.
I'm a Gemini. Leave me alone.
But if you look up Maglite and look for a feature, it's called ZZZ, like snoozing Z nightlight.
I'll find it.
It's an option on there. I can't do it on my phone.
I'll find it right now. Put it across the. Oh, look, NyQuil came up when I put in ZZZ nightlight.
All right. Well, while you're looking for that, I think we're just about out of time.
Absolutely.
We're at almost 35 minutes now. We lost Scott.
But it was a good one, right?
Yeah, Dennis, tell us a little bit about stuff that you guys have coming up with your group.
We're still doing our privates, which is always one of my favorite things. We've got a jail coming up. We'll be back at Smith's Castle, which I hope to see you guys up there. We go to Fort Adams again very frequently. We're very lucky to be in New England. We have so many structures and haunts that people kind of ignore, but we don't. And we're just getting our group recharged. new people, new organization. So that's what I'm looking forward to, getting us all organized and up and running. I appreciate coming on tonight, guys. This was enjoyable.
Dennis, I can't wait
Glad
to
you had a
meet
good
you.
time.
I can't wait to meet you at July 1st at the USS Salem. Our total, and all our proceeds go to charity for homeless veterans. So I'm glad you're joining us, and I can't wait to meet you there.
I can't wait. I'll give you a portal you'll like.
I tried to put it up there. It didn't work, guys.
What didn't work?
It's a giant address. You just got to put in Maglite that lights up when you tap it. That's how you're gonna get it.
That's your scientific search, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I said they trained me, but not well enough.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in,
Thank you.
and thank you the viewers who come back after we're done and pop in and watch this. We really appreciate you, and we do check the comments. But I hope you guys have a great night. Scott, you want to take it away?
Yeah, now that I'm back, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here we go. Have a good night, everybody.
See you tomorrow night.
You too, guys.
Good night.
I'm sorry.